We want to welcome in fire and life safety educator Cinda Seamon from the town of Hilton Head. We have gotten through Heritage Week safely for the most part, and now we're headed straight into summer. Seems like it just goes one to the other almost immediately. We got to take care of people on their bikes around this area. Cinda, it's always a good reminder, and maybe there's even some new information on us, what we need to be doing to stay bike safe.
Right. And I know people think, oh, bike safety, I learned that when I was 5. But, you know, it's a lot different now. Remember, we are a gold designation. We are a gold level designation for a bike-friendly community. That means people will choose this as a destination just for our biking.
Yep.
So we're bringing in a lot more people, a lot more bikes, a lot more traffic. The biggest thing to remember is when you're biking, you obey the same laws as a car does, as a vehicle does. We go with the flow of traffic if you're in the street. Watch for parked cars, doors that might open as you're driving. Especially pay attention at intersections. That's one of the most vulnerable spots for accidents. We have very busy intersections. It's really important that you make eye contact with drivers. And do you know who's allowed to go next? Sometimes people will start crossing and you're like, wait a minute, that group has the green arrow and there's going to be a problem. So stay with traffic, follow the traffic rules, signal when you're turning, stop at stop signs, everything that a car is required to do, and especially pay attention at intersections and make contact with drivers whenever you can.
So let's move that from bike safety also to car safety. If you're driving and there are bikers, and there are going to be bikers on the pathways particularly, what kind of things should you be thinking?
Well, again, drivers really have to keep their eyes open, especially when they're making a turn. They might look one way and go to make a turn, and here comes a bike up on the side of them. So it's really important. Again, if a driver can make contact with a biker, that's even better. With a cyclist, that's even better. If everybody can make contact, know what everybody else is doing, but we're gonna have to really keep an eye out. When you go to open your door, if you're parked on a side street or a street, just take a look in that rearview mirror. Do you see a bike coming up? Because that could be a really bad accident as well.
Yeah, and when you say making contact, you mean eye contact. You don't
eye contact, right. Right. To just make sure everybody pays attention to everyone and sees. And again, it goes without saying we want to wear helmets.
Yeah.
What we've learned over the years, when I grew up, we didn't have bike helmets, and a lot of people didn't then. But we've learned so much over the years about safety and about what we can do to prevent head injuries. So it should just be the norm that you always wear a bike helmet.
Yeah, even if you don't think you're going to fall over, like you said, there is so much more out there that can affect your progress that you need to be paying attention. We have a lot of bike paths that are alongside roads, whether it's even just streets, not necessarily 278 or the big highways, but just small roads. Should we keep on the bike paths? What about people who are cyclists, who are out there to do some speed?
Good question.
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah, first of all, yes, we should stay on the bike paths. Yeah. If we can use them, let's use them. One thing you need to be aware of, though, some of those curves that curve around, we've got trees and bushes. Try to look ahead. See if you see people coming down the bike path towards you, thinking, okay, by the time I reach that curve, we're going to be about at the same spot. Pay attention to that. Know who's coming head on. If you're behind somebody, make sure that you yell out to them that you're coming up on their left or their right. Let them know they're behind you. As much as we can stay on the bike paths, it's better. The other thing is, if we have rain, think about all the vegetation we have and how easy it is for pine straw and leaves to blow onto the path, pine cones, things like that. Pay attention to the paths. If hitting a pine cone or coming around a quick bend and there's some leaves or pine straw that's wet, you could really slip. So that's important if you're going to be on the bike path. As far as the bikers that use the roads, usually they are traveling too fast for the bike paths, and it is actually better. A lot of those are our cyclists that you see. They're more our professional groups, so to speak, and they do seem to know what they're doing, and they know it is safer for them to travel on the road because of the speed. We really don't want them that fast on the bike paths. That could be a very bad accident.
All great stuff. Thank you so much, Cinda. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cinda Seamon, Hilton Head Island's fire and life safety educator. We want to thank all of our guests for making us just a little bit smarter over the last 30 minutes. A special thanks to you for spending some time with us. Thank you very much. If you missed anything at all, we'll be back in 90 minutes. I'm Bob Stevens.